Chapter 1. My story begins. He is out there in the ocean, but he is here to mind my dreams, always in my dreams. He will never leave me. He is quieter than the first beautiful snowy winter, quieter than the star in the sky on a warm summer's night. But he brings only this. He is Moby Dick, the white whale. My name is Ishmael, and this is my story. I'm a sailor and I work of different ships. I love my life on the ocean. It's sometimes dangerous, but never boring. I feel sad when I'm not on a ship. One November day, I thought, I want to work on a whaling ship. Why did I want to be a whaler? I can't tell you. The life of a whaler is very dangerous. The men are away from their yachts and families for years. Many never come back. Their wives wait at dawn. They stand and look at the ocean with sad sighs. But I wanted to visit exciting new places and I wanted to see the whales. The first American whalers sailed from the town of Nantucket, so I went there too. I arrived on a cool, dark night and looked for a room. I was tired, so I went into first place. The men inside ran at tall loudly. A large man with a red face stood by the bar. Do you have a room for tonight? I asked him. Our rooms are full, he said. The men are here for the Wednesday sheet. I have to put you in a room with quaked. Then he smiled and looked around at the other men. Just quaked? Where is he? I asked. Oh, he's a whaler. He's out now. But he'll be back later, said the man. Then he smiled again, and the other men laughed loudly. I didn't understand, but I was very tired. So I went to the room and I went into bed. I fell asleep very quickly. A noisy outside the door was made up. I opened my eyes, but I didn't speak. The door opened and a man came in. It was dark, so I couldn't see him well. He lit fire in the fireplace. When I saw Jim in the light of the fire, I sat up. He was a huge man, very ugly. He had black lines over his face and body, and almost no hair on his head. He wore strange scarves and no other clothes. The huge man suddenly jumped onto my bed. Help! He shouted. Help! The barman ran in. Stop quick. This man won a bet for tonight. He's explaining here. Then he turned to me. This quick. The finest whaler on the ocean, on the Alfred, he won't hurt you. He laughed and left us. After he left, we were very quiet. I'm sorry, I said. I do, Cricket said. His English was slow and careful. We began to chat and we couldn't stop. Cricket listened to my life story and I listened to his Quakon from Koboko, a long way away in the Pacific Ocean. He had a good life because his father was an important man. But Kyutke went to the square, so he left his home and sailed away in his small boat. A whaling ship found him away inward. Kyutke was strong and quick, so he was a fine whaler now. He never went home. When the morning came, we were great friends. Kyutke stood up and shouted, "You will find us a whaling ship today. You and will sail around the world." And do you know something? He was right. Kyutke knew because he could eat the feather and learn the slider. He was a striking and wonderful new friend. Chapter 2. We feed your seed. That morning I looked around Nantucket for a good whale ship. I stopped looking when I saw the cow. It was tall and strong. Its squid was there from many years on the wild ocean. I went onto the ship. A man sat at a table with a big book in front of him. He wore a long black coat and a black hat. He didn't smile. "This is fine shit and I want to go whaling with you. Where do I write my name, Captain?" I asked happily. "I know the captain. Captain Hyde is it. He's down below. I'm starboard." "Are you the whaler?" he asked. "No, but I'm a good sailor," I answered. "You can ask the captain of my other ships. I'm not interested in your captain and your ships," he said. "Sailing is not whaling. Whaling is a hard life. You'll be away from home for many years. The work is difficult. You have to be strong and fast, and it's very dangerous. I want to learn, and I want to the sea world," I said. "Oh, you'll see the world, and you'll see more. Would accept some very bad things." He looked at me for a minute. Then he spoke again. "I tell you about whaling. Captain Ahab has only one leg. And do you know why? Because a whale took his other leg. A huge whale took it off." I said nothing. What could I say? "So you want to be a whaler on Captain Ahab's ship? Can you look into the eye of a whale? Can you stand in front of its huge mouth and show your harpoon?" "I can, I will," I shouted. I'm not afraid. I'm a good sailor. You see, this is my life, and I. He stopped me and turned the big boat around. Right your name hard, he said. His eyes were tired. Thank you. You won't be sorry, I said. Don't forget my words, who answered. I have a friend. He's a good whaler. I said, we'll see. Bring him tomorrow, said Starbuck. Quaked and I went to the Pequot the next day. The men on the ship laughed at this cute ugly man. Cute cat didn't say anything. He looked down on the water from the ship. Then he turned and spoke to the men. Do you see Barbet? He asked. The men looked back. The queen said anything. There, said Quicket. The men looked where this time and saw a small dead bird a long way away on the water. That bird is a whale, I said Cutcat. He threw his harpoon and hit the bird. Now that whale is dead, he said. The men were quiet. Cutcat was better than every other man on the ship, and so the Pequot had 2 new whalers. We went to our room and got our things. An old man stops and on the street before we got back to the Pequot. Are you sailing with Captain Ahab? Do you know him? He asked. Yes, we're sailing with him. He said now, but we'll meet him later. I answered. Sick! He shouted. Yes, he's a Sith. He's the devil. And how are you? As I asked. I'm Elia, he asked. Why do you say this about Captain Ahab? Men say that he's a good welder. He knows the ocean. They're right, answered the man quietly. Then his eyes turned and wilder. But he's the devil I serve with him. I know, and his men are the devil's helpers. He looked at me strangely. He only has 1 leg. Do you, Captain Elihab's story? I suddenly felt afraid. Of course we do, I said. I turned to Quaker. Come, my friends, I said. Let's leave this crazy old man. And we went quickly to the ship. We sailed on Christmas morning. Captain Ahab did come up and meet the whalers. But every night we heard him walking up and down, up and down. One night we heard start speed. Please, Captain, stop. You're waking us up. No, I can't sleep, so my men wasn't asleep. They can't seem all Wesley in their seat-backs. That Wesley does their job, shouted Captain Ahab. I thought of Jaiwa's words. The devil's helpers. Were the men on the Pico devils? There was and had starboard. Then there was Stab. He was very different. He closely laughed and told funny stories. From my bed, I looked around at my neighbors. Blood, Tastico, the Flax, Masnakan, and the other Westler. They were from many different countries and interesting stories. They weren't all men, but they weren't devils. Who were Captain Abbas devils? Chapter 3. Captain Ahab story. Portraits with Captain Ahab story below. The one day, suddenly, he was there in front of us. He was a thin man, but he was strong. He had a hard face, with lines out in front years of sun and wind. His hair was white and wild, with crows were bad. Then I saw it. His with well-boned lead and ugly waistline ran from the top is his head. Did it go though to his feet? Go or what did tie to him? Had feet did hello so badly? He stood and looked at us with angry eyes. What do you do when you see whale? He suddenly shouted. Shout cheers, answered the man. Good, look at this. He showed a sun growth. I want one whale. At white whale. One of you will see this whale first. The man will west this go. We stood quietly. Whalers don't make much money. We thought about the goat. We could buy a lot of nice things with it. You know Jean when you see Jean. Said Captain Ahab. He is the biggest whale in the ocean. I saw this way, said Quaker to me. He is mountain, very big, very strong. I put my harpoon in him. He got away. I will. I have to find this whale. I will, Eugene, shouted Cap Ahab. Are you talking about Moby Dick? Astastico. Yes, answered Captain Ahab. Moby Dick took your lead? Asked Starbuck quietly. Captain Ahab shouted angry at Starbuck. Yes, I took my lead. He thought half of me. Now I had a man. And Moby Dick was perfect for it. I will from him to South America to Africa. I follow him to end of the Europe and he'll find death. He turned to the other warriors. Are you to me, man? Yes, they shouted. They were excited. They saw the wall. They shouted and laughed. Only Starbucks stood quietly. His face was as dark as the sky before it rains. What's your problem? Captain Ahab asked him angrily. Then he smiled. Is to the Is that the problem? I am not afraid of the dangerous word, answered Starbuck, but I work for well oil. I find ways for the oil for money. Look at this way. How much oil it does they bring you? How much money? When I killed Moby Dick, I I'll be rich in here, shouted Captain Ahab. He turned and started to walk away. Are you going to throw this animal because it fights a fight with you? It's wrong. It's crazy, shouted the Starbuck. Captain Ahab turned on his wedding left. He was very angry and he stood in Starbuck's face. This way is evil. You will understand? What is the color of the eye? What is the color of the man? What is the uses as well? Is letting at me. I only be free when this evil is dead. The color left Starbuck's face. He was loser of dice. Drink, there's to Moby Dick, shouted Captain Ahab. The men pulled their hair up and shouted too. They drummed and danced. Later that same night the men were asleep and the street was quiet, as was outside with Pete, the little good boy. Listen, said Pete. Can you hear that? I hear me. I don't hear anything, I said. It's the woods and Pete is praying him you. I bring up of the white way. I bring up go. Chapter 4. Our first whale. Whale! Shouted Castigo from the top of the ship. Whale! Captain Ahab came quickly. What the boat? It shouted. The whale sent a sounder out there and into the sky. Suddenly, 5 men came from below and stood by Captain Ahab. Their faces were dabbed and they had long black hair. They were strange white pants and no shirt was shows. One of the men was older. He wore a strange white hat, so Nick couldn't see his hair. His black eyes looked only at Captain Ahab. These were Captain Ahab devils. Fedala, go! Captain Ahab shouted to this man. 3 small boats went down into the water. Captain Ahab men came too in their boat. His men were strong and their boat quickly sailed in from where ours. I turned to pick. I answered now. These are the men. We heard them speaking before. I told you, we shout bad. Stop talking and rule, shouted Stab from the bat. Do you think this is party? Stab Wells shouted at us, but we were never afraid of Jim. He always had a smile on his face. Starboard was the captain of our small boat. He didn't talk to us, but we heard him say quietly, "You are those men?" What's Captain Ahab doing? Captain Ahab stood to his bow from the peacock, but his men only had ears for Fedala. Their eyes never left Fedala's face, and their boat went faster and faster. This was my first whale. Maybe we'll keep it. I thought. I was excited. Every whaler was excited. But why weren't we afraid? Because our heads were full of money. Oh, gold! The sky suddenly turned dark with rain, but the wood didn't go dark. We have time. We can clear a way before the heavy rain comes, said Starbuck. Whitehead stood ready with his harpoon in the front of our boat. Suddenly the west was dark and hot. It came up out of the water. Are there other boat? Men and harpoons went everywhere. Then the heavy rain came. In minutes, our boat was full out of water. Strong winds blew our sails down. The whale left and sank down into the dark water. After some time, the wind stopped. We twisted, and they turned to night. We couldn't see anything. Where are you? Where were the other boats? The men were angry with Starbuck. The weather can play when use it but sailors. More elsewhere came and went. We were wet, time and afraid. Then we saw large blood seen in the water. Was it the whale again? No, it was the peacock, but the men couldn't see us. It won't kill us, shouted Stab. We jumped into the water and began to shout for help. When the men on the peacock heard us, they put ropes down. They held us onto the ship. That our men were there. Captain Ahmed too. They turned, but when they didn't see the white whale. Chapter 5. It Albatross and the Samuel and Derby. We fought and killed many Wellesley after that first night, but our work didn't finish when we killed them. We then had to climb down onto the dead whale and cut off the fat. We had to work quickly because sharks came for the whale meat. Shark could eat a whale in one night, and some of these whales were almost as big as outside sheep. We cut off larger squares of fat and put this square onto the sheet. This was a long, hard job. It was also dangerous because sharks swam around us. They cut the fat and made wool. When the oil was ready, we put in into ballers. Oil had us lad it and made us warm. They could sell it people around the world. Oil was our money. But this made Captain Ahab happy? No. The money wasn't important to Jim. He once thought about Moby Dick. He could only hate. He stood for hours on the sheet, in the rain, in the snow, and looked at the ocean. When other ships went past, he didn't ask them, "How are you?" or "Do you want help?" He only asked, "Did you see the white whale?" One day we met the albatross. It was on its trip young after 4 long years on the Wasman. The ship and its wrestler looked ready for Jones. The men were tighter and seen with large, hungry eyes. The wind was strong that day, so the albatross couldn't come near us. But the captain put his hat and smiled. Captain Ahab shouted from the peacock. Did you see the white whale? The cat shot his hawser, but the wind carried his hawser away. Captain Ahab put his hat by his arm, but he couldn't hear the captain. Ah, this wind, he shouted. Listen, the people at homes were sailing around the world. We'll bring back the deeds of the devil whale. Starbuck stood and outed Captain Ahab. Is he frowning his wife and child and June? He said to me. Wife and child? I asked. Did Captain Ahab really have a family? Oh, yes. His family is waiting for you, said Starbuck. And my family is waiting for me. Every day my wife Mary takes our son to the beach. They look and they wasn't. They hope that they will sit outside and day. I thought about the other men on other ship. How many of these men had families? What did the leads discount when they were on the one sheets? Could wait for them? Nobody is waiting for me. I thought. I want a wife and child. I like to want job today. Day after they nothing changed. Captain Ahab always asked up their ship about the white whale. Some captain knew about Moby Dick. Some laughed at Captain Ahab. Moby Dick is only a whaler's story. Nothing more, they said. Then one day we met the Samuel and Derby. The ocean was quietened and the captain, Captain Gunner, came onto our ship. He was the friendly, mas I smiled at us. He'd only had one arm. Did Moby Dick take your arm? Captain Ahab asked sarcastically. Yes, I lost my arm to the white whale. The can answered. Captain Ahab's face lit up. His eyes happy. Come with me. The white devil of favor and may live. He shouted happily. Oh no, I can't do that, the captain answered. One arm is better than no enormous or leg. I know my life. I think I lead Moby Dick in the ocean. Look, Jim, said the captain Ahab. He'd turned his back to Captain Boomer for a minute. Then he turned around and shouted again. Get off my ship! You're afraid. I'm not afraid. I'll find Moby Dick. I looked Jim in the eye. I clinked Jim. The smile left Captain brushed my face. I hope for you and for you men that you'd never find Moby Dick. And without another word, he left our ship. Thank you.